All right, everyone, you know what time it is. Thursday night, Hometown Hammer. Everybody, get your drink. Thirsty Thursday. And a special Thirsty Thursday to my former co-host, Rebecca. A happy Hammer's birthday to you, Bex. I'm wearing my pink lipstick here for you. So I miss you, love you. Everyone tell Bex happy birthday. So tonight I have a very special guest. Funny enough, this guest actually interviewed me in my first interview for Hometown Hammers, and I don't think he knows that. Way back when, I see him looking around in the background. Yeah, he actually did interview me, my first interview here on the network. So I'm very excited to introduce our favorite post-game host, Chris H. Here we go, Chris. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not doing too bad. Just about to weather a traditional Erie storm up here. So.
Oh my goodness! I know it just keeps coming here in Pennsylvania. We're getting cold.
Yep, we're cross corner Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania represent, and yeah, I did not
exactly.
I did not remember that I had actually helped interview you.
Yeah, I had to save that for the show because it was probably, like you said before, in 2019. Some time that we've been on the network here, but yes, I like to play Miss Chris when Chris isn't around to do the post match. So Tommy, if you need someone, wink, wink. I'll play Miss Chris. I know I don't fill your big shoes there, Chris, but
you're fine. No, you do more than fine.
Yeah, you and Tommy do such a great job. I really enjoy.
We appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, Neil's here. All right, Neil. Coming in.
Do that. Those banners. Sorry, I've never seen like the comment banners like that. I like that a lot more than the.
Oh yeah, when you're hosting, yeah, you can pop everybody up. Hey Rob, how's it going? Oh my goodness, Robert's here too.
Hello.
Good night. This is exciting.
Yeah.
So. Some people know you from post-match shows. Others you may be new to. So just introduce yourself. Let people know how to follow you and where you're residing, where people can join up with you for a game.
So yeah, my name is Chris Hryztik. My Twitter handle is displayed right there. It's just my last name. I always have to put it in there just because no one ever knows how to pronounce it or spell it. I'm originally from Marysville, Ohio, which is just outside of Columbus. But I am currently in Erie, Pennsylvania for grad school, finishing up my last semester here, and then not too sure where I'll be after that. So I mean, if anyone's near Erie, feel free. I know that there's no supporters group here. I've never encountered another West Ham fan here, so I just typically watch it in my living room. So you're more than welcome to come over. But when I am home, I do meet up with when we meet up at the bars. I do meet up with the Columbus E13. So they're the ones who kind of got me involved in this, and they got me connected in with American Hammers.
Very cool. Yeah, we need some hammers out in Erie, PA.
Yes.
I'm out there for work. I have people to watch a game with.
Oh yeah.
My best friend lives in Cincinnati, so you never know. I might be in Columbus.
I did actually just apply for a job in Cincinnati today, funny enough. So.
Wow. All right. So obviously, you said Group E13
yes.
introduced you to West Ham. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, they didn't introduce me to West Ham per se. So the way that I got involved in West Ham, you can't really tell, but Real Madrid kid. My first team that I ever got involved with was Real Madrid, and that was just solely off of the back of going to Madrid my junior year of high school. And,
¿Hablas español?
Un poco.
Un poco. Muy bien.
But, I was about that close actually to being able to go to a Champions League match at the Bernabeu, a quarterfinal, I believe it was. So I got introduced that way, and then I learned all about the sport because I really did not know anything about it, but I learned it through FIFA YouTubers, primarily British.
Wow.
And the two biggest ones that I had watched at the time were channels called Spencer Owen and Bazinga. Both were West Ham fans. My freshman year of college then was the final season of the Boleyn. And so they were vlogging every match every home match. And that's how I fell in love with the club that way. And I quickly bought my first kit after that in the fall of 2015. So, and then I just got involved ever since then.
Are you, or do you follow Tom Atherton's YouTube channel?
Yeah, I try to as much as I can. Being in grad school, I don't have a whole lot of time.
Yeah, I understand. All right, Tom Atherton, you better give me some of those royalties. I keep bringing up your YouTube channel.
Yeah. But yeah, with the E13, a guy who I met, you might know, I forget his Twitter account. Hang on here. Let me pull that up. What is this dude's? USA West Ham was his old account. He ended up getting blocked, but I ended up following him, and he was like one of those anonymous accounts, and it said on the location, Dublin, USA, or Dublin, Ohio, or something like that, which is the town.
Oh, yeah, right by you.
Yeah, it's the town over from mine. So I messaged him talking to him about it, and he invited me out to an E13 match, or to an E13 watch-along party, and I went, met up with him, met up with Kevin, and got involved with them that way.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, Twitter has been a godsend for me in getting to know West Ham and West Ham fans and everything like that. So
I just have to say this, and you'll appreciate this, Chris. Can you fit any more names when you're saying hello in the chat room? I mean, come on, Charlie boy. Where's my hello?
Come on, Charlie.
Exactly. All right. So have you ever been to a West Ham game in London?
Not yet, no. That is one of my goals. I'm hoping if I can save up enough money for it, and I get settled in with a job and everything like that, I can go over for like a weekend or something and experience it, because that is one of my things I want to do badly.
Yeah, definitely. I am dying to get back. So as soon as we're over COVID, I mean,
yeah,
I'll be right there. Who is your favorite player now, or someone in the past? Could be whatever your choice is.
I'm gonna give two. Obviously, not being a old West Ham fan, I'm relatively new. I have to say that one of my favorite players was Payet, solely because of the season that he brought us, and it was my first season, so it was just electric, and it was my first season getting involved. Right now, though, that's a tough one. I think I have to go with Souček. I think Souček is my favorite player right now.
Oh, yes. How exciting. He's a great player. I like him a lot. And I'm a big fan of Soufal. So I think the two of them together, I salivate when I see the two of them.
Oh, yeah.
It gets really exciting. And he was quite close in the game the other day.
Yeah. Him and I'm enjoying Ben Roma more and more. Too.
Yeah.
So I'm just
waiting. He's getting more confidence.
I'm just waiting for him to get off the mark, and I think then he'll just start bagging him for fun.
Oh, it would be nice. Especially with Antonio back, I think the two of them have been really working well together up top. So I'm definitely excited to see where things go. All right. I know this is a hard one, and not a lot of Americans have this one down yet, and I'm really going to work on it next year. But do you have a favorite chant? And bonus points if you can sing it.
I'm not going to sing it just because I'm a singer.
Come on, Chris.
As much as I just said that I loved Payet, but only the Payet at 15-16. I think my favorite chant I've heard, at least since I've been a fan, is the "fuck off, Payet."
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just because of how quickly it turned, like they used the same chant for praise to get the hell out.
team you hate the most in the Premier League?
So I think it has to be Villa right now, but
Really?
yeah, just because of the audacity about them, like with the VAR decisions. But for me, I've always been asked, like I've always heard people ask, like, who do you like to beat the most? I don't like to beat one specific team more than another, because it's a win. A win is a win. I like beating specific players,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to me, that is the two that are at the top of the list are Grealish and Zaha. So as the last two
And
weird,
Traore,
yeah,
Matty Cash. I mean, those are the ones I like. You know, when they lost, I was like, oh, you know, made me happy, especially with Grealish's pants all dirty and him soaking as he's going into the locker room.
I love the TikToks today, like showing how like Fredericks he fouled him and like he was going to apologize and Kufal said, no, you're not apologizing.
He played a tough game. He
Yeah.
really did. I would have picked him as man of the match too.
Sufal is a tough son of a bitch. I mean, he does.
I love it.
Yeah, that's the kind of attitude we need, though.
It is. It is. If Jesse Lingard hadn't scored those 2 goals, I think Sufal would have been the man of the match.
Yeah.
He played very strong. So, and a hell of a game for Jesse. I mean,
yeah,
they
great.
weren't the most beautiful goals, but
I mean, the first one was just clinical. The second one was kind of what you're taught to do. It's just hit it as hard as you can and hope the keeper makes a mistake, and that's exactly what happened. So I mean, he did exactly what he needed to do, and the keeper just had an absolute horrid attempt.
Yeah, Wally, you're right. He sure did, and I loved every minute of it.
I mean, and I will say this too. It was tactical breaks by Moyes to introduce Fredericks on that side too to help control Grealish, where they were even forcing him on the right side, which is not his natural side. So I mean, that was just tactical genius, and they did that towards the end of the first half, and they could see it wasn't working him down that side, so they had to throw him back on the left.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, it was definitely great management by Moyes. I thought that was an excellent move, and I was surprised he did it, but very happy and pleased with the result.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right. So this is going to be an interesting question for you. Being that you've played soccer, if you were going to play a position on the team, what spot would you see yourself in?
I've always said if I were to play, I'd be a keeper, just because I am not quick or skilled whatsoever. So just stick me in goal, and I'll do my best.
Are you tall?
I'm 6'1".
All right. So yeah.
I'd be on the shorter side of keepers, but it's not like I'm out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah. I mean, I could never play keeper. I don't want anyone taking the ball at me.
I played some intramural soccer with my fraternity my junior and senior year of college, and I played keeper a few times, and I made a couple of good saves. One of the ones though that like I'm like, I'm putting my body on the line for this. Like, I'm not letting anyone question me. So I got a save off, and it like bounced just off my wrist in a way that it literally just happened to bounce right back into the attacker's path, and it was just a quick little finish, and I was pissed at myself for that.
Oh, well, I'm sure you did better than I would ever do. I'd hide. That's why I played halfback. I don't want to be in front of that ball.
Oh, I could see myself at center back too, but I would be one that I couldn't get forward at all. I'm not fast. I'm not, like I said, I'm not skilled. I'll just body people off the ball and just pass it away. That would be.
All right. So if Wally's not goalkeeper, you're in.
Tall, not mobile or skillful, you can be a striker. We paid $45 million. Hey, I'll take $45 million any day of the week.
Exactly. Hey, why not? So what you got in that glass here? Thursday I always bring my wine.
I got some Willett's bourbon.
Bourbon. What kind of bourbon? You're not far from the Bourbon Trail.
Yeah, it's Willett's. My dad gave me the bottle recently, and I don't drink whiskey a whole lot, and I'm out of like the normal stuff, like a $20-$30 bottle, something like that. So Willits is about a 50, so I just have a little bit of that.
I know nothing about whiskey. I'm dying to get to the trail, though. I know I won't enjoy it, but
Yeah.
it'll be fun. So that's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
All right. Which kit do you like the best, and is it a home or a away kit?
Of this season or ever?
Ever.
Oh boy. I like the black kits a lot right now. My all-time favorite, though, so for me, I'm a very kind of plain person when it comes to clothing. I don't like a lot of styles. I like more solid colors and patterns and stuff like that. So I would have to go with the home kit 2 seasons ago, the all claret one with like the blue on the sleeves. Like
Yeah.
I have that hanging up in my closet right now. So that's probably the one I wear the most, because the other two that I only have 3 West Ham kits. I'm actually on that M&M sale today.
Yeah.
I missed out on this year's kits, or at least for now, but I ended up getting. Tommy was nice enough. He's basically buying it for me. I'm reimbursing him.
Oh, very nice.
Last year's home kit, so that'll be my 4th. But yeah, so my other 3, besides that one and the one from 2 seasons ago, I'll have had the final season at the Bowl-In and the first season at the Olympic Stadium. The only problem with the first one at the Olympic Stadium, though, is it has Payet on the back.
Oh, okay.
So that one is like the last choice option.
We have a lot of people here in Philly that still wear their Payet jerseys.
Yeah, it's just also not my absolute favorite. I don't like the way that the collar dips in and it's flat across like that.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a fan of that collar either. Jimmy, I'm going to need you to come on the show. So please message me, Miss West Ham Philly, on Twitter and Instagram, because I need to hear someone sing. And I am coming on these shows, and I'm not getting anyone to sing. So there will be a reward for that.
Yeah, it's faux. Eminem was being swept up by us today. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
For us over here, so I looked for comparison's sake. The home kit this season, if you were to buy it, no printing on the back, no nothing, to get it sent to America, it's $90, which that is the equivalent of just under an NFL football jersey. So I'm like, that's way overpriced. The reason I haven't bought any like current ones in a long while.
Yeah, Robbie, I hear you. It's really difficult, especially because they don't deliver here. So
yeah, that's why Tommy was nice enough to be the intermediary for me, because I tried to pay for it myself and just ship it to him, and it wouldn't let me. So he's paying for it, and I'm just reimbursing him.
So we got a couple takers that are going to sing, and you know what?
He used to be part of his local choir. Damn. Okay, I see you, Nippon.
Yeah, I mean, and Tebow, come on! I'm waiting for you guys. Whenever you're ready, I need singers because I was an athlete. I can't sing. That's true, Tebow. You can sing, so I'm gonna need you to get on. Ooh, Mark's got a pair of those Doc Martens. I have some pretty sweet.
I wouldn't mind getting some retro ones too.
Yeah.
Once I get
that
some.
I got. And there are people that like customize them and everything, but they're all in London. So I'm like, I'm not sending my shoes over there. I might not get them back.
Yeah. I want to try and find those. I see all the time like the Adidas kind of shoe that are like the claret and blue, and I want to get those so bad. I can never find them though. So if anyone has any links for me on that, please send it my way. I want a pair so bad.
I'll definitely look for that. So apple pie or meat pie?
So I've actually had I had my first ever meat pie recently. The Premier League in the USA, they sent out those packages.
Yeah,
They
that's
were actually
cool.
decent. But for me, I still always got to go with like for me, pies are dessert, so apple pie. But even then, apple pie isn't my favorite. I'm a pumpkin pie guy. So.
So you were really loving that Premier League package.
Oh yeah, it was actually a
It was
surprisingly decent pumpkin pie.
it was a little spicy. I had to put a lot of whipped cream on it, but
Yeah. And what's funny though is my mom kept the pie, like the pie server, because she was actually talking about how she needed one. So I'm like, yeah, you can take it.
my dog ate mine.
Yeah. Your dog
He
ate it.
decided that the wood was like going to be good to chew on, so he jumped up on the table and took it. I was so sad.
Alrighty.
I know. Who frustrates you the most on this squad? It's kind of a tough question right now.
At the moment, Antonio, just
Yeah.
because of how many chances he's missed. Like, and then on top of that too, I love Antonio to death, but after missing the 4 in the match before Liverpool, going on and giving an interview saying he was going to score a hat trick against Liverpool. I'm like, I don't like. I get that you guys can be confident, but that's just arrogance. Like you don't want that kind of approach.
Yeah. I think he's still struggling. But he's always been in his head about
Agreed, Nathan. Agreed.
yeah. So he really just needs to sit back and not overthink things, because he's always pulling his head back, which is going to bring the ball up. And
I'll give a shout too for another player who kind of who's been frustrating me lately is Jared Bowen. Just his decision making at times. I think right now, Jesse Lingard coming into the squad, I think after that performance, he can't be dropped against Fulham for sure. And Tommy gave a great shout at this. He said that Pablo Fornals, he was struggling, and so they put in Ben Rama, and Ben Rama started doing well. And when Fornals eventually came back in the squad, he started playing well again because he got that break. And I think, and he said that that's kind of what it looks like Bowen needs. So I'm hoping this gives him enough of a time just to relax and get his head and his wits about him, and then he can come back into the squad better than ever.
It's very interesting that everyone has different opinions in the chat room. I mean,
I love Wally's comment.
Mings, who, Charlie Boy?
No, Wally.
Oh, Wally.
Rating him because
well, I don't know. I was going to disagree with Wally, but
I'm just loving it because it's funny.
Fredericks,
yeah, the whole Fredericks thing.
Exactly.
And yes, Antonio was unlucky last night. I got to admit on that one, but I mean, 2 matches before that, he had missed 4 chances in 1 game, stuff like that. That's that just frustrates me, just because of our lack of finishing ability. So I'm hoping with Lingard coming in and putting in a inspired performance like that it kind of shifts our fortunes.
And here you go, Jimmy's bringing it up the good old West Ham way. As good as we're doing, so frustrating that we have the tendency to go backwards. I completely agree with you on that, and I do feel like that is the West Ham way, but I feel like we've truly been building over the past several months. Even right before shutdown, we were really starting to build, and we could have gained more momentum had there not been a shutdown. So typical, I would say, yes, we would go backwards, but I have a feeling we are not. I think that we are in a very good place right now, and especially giving Bowen a little bit of competition. I mean, he's not somebody that we need to give competition, right? But let's keep him on his toes.
Yeah, I think what Jimmy is kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, Jimmy, but I think he's talking about passing backwards, like our tendency to.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Yes, that does.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, well, I like it because that's how we spread the field. And
yeah, no, I don't. There is times where you want to go backwards, but in years past, there's definitely been times where that was our mainest. Yeah, Jimmy, open play. Yeah, But during years past, we would always go back. Like we would never attack. So I'm glad to see that we have a defense that is solid enough that we can feel confident and push forward.
Agreed. Absolutely. And I think that our midfielders are doing a much better job getting back if a defender pushes up.
Yeah.
Thibaut, this is not my interview. We're interviewing Chris.
I love Lingard. I mean, if you ever have Tommy on, he can confirm this. I was immediately saying after the first goal, I'm like, surely we have to try and sign him permanently now.
I think he had a very lucky game. I'm excited to see what he can do. Do I love him? No, I think time will tell. I think I'm excited to have him, of course. I think that, it's not a bad move for us. We needed another, striker. So I'm excited for it. I'm here for it.
He provides competition. He provides a different level of quality and experience.
Exactly. And he wasn't he wasn't playing. So it's better for him to be with us.
I was seeing comments today that this season for he's now in one game he scored more goals than Kevin De Bruyne, and everyone's like, that's an apples to oranges comparison, but okay.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Boom, join the dark side.
He started coming around. Nippon did in the post-match shows, and he explained to us that West Ham is his second favorite team. So I will take that.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. All right, FA Cup or top 4 finish?
FA Cup or top 4 finish?
Yes.
Oh, God. I would want to go back to my original interview I did with Lee and figure out what I said with that one. Because for me right now, I'd have to say FA Cup, but people always give the the hypothetical of FA Cup or relegation and stuff like that. For me, I'm like, I would or FA Cup and relegation or staying up and exit early. And I won Premier League, so I would definitely take staying in the Premier League over it. So right now, though, I mean, right now we're pushing for both. So I can't be too mad at the moment.
I know. So which one are you going to pick?
I'll say FA Cup because what?
In this current position we're in today, which would you pick?
I'll take the FA Cup because it does mean that we get in Europe. We probably get in Europa League as well. So I'll take that every day.
Yeah, it would be very exciting. I would be excited to see that. So what about West Ham do you love? Jimmy wants FA Cup.
Yeah. For me, it has to be the fans. It is kind of funny when an entire fan base has almost like a single mindset at the same time. We have dissenting views over different players, but with the club overall, it's usually pretty single-minded. There you go, T-Bell. I'd take that.
Charlie boy, what are we singing? I'll dance for you.
But yeah, I think the West Ham fans, since I've been involved in this show, especially, or this channel especially too, and I've been growing kind of my Twitter presence with West Ham fans and everything like that. Everyone's been very open and receptive and welcoming. So there's very few fan bases that are like that. It's where it is kind of like a family almost.
Yeah.
It's kind of different you can tell with the bigger clubs, just because it's we both support Chelsea. No offense to you, Nippon. I'm just throwing Chelsea out.
You might want to change that one.
Yeah. Man United.
Man United. There you go.
When you meet two people, when two people who are Man United fans, it's oh, cool, we're Man United fans. Two West Ham fans who happen to bump into each other. You can go on and on about conversations. So when I was at OU, a few times I wore out a West Ham kit, and I ran into another person with a West Ham kit, and we struck up a conversation for a while. I ran into someone with a Spurs kit on, and we talked shit to each other for 20 minutes. I remember though, going into my sophomore year, when we were playing, it was the day we got knocked out by Astrogugu. I was leaving one of my classes, and I happened to catch through like one of the slits in the door. I saw a West Ham kid, and I damn near busted into the thing like, "Who are you and why are you West Ham fan?"
Who are you and why are you here? And how the hell did you get that on?
One of my fraternity brothers, actually, when he was rushing the fraternity, we did a philanthropy event with our philanthropy, which is JDRF, and we did a walk for the kids up in Columbus, where we raised money and then went for a walk, and all of it went to type 1 diabetes research. And on the way back, and I was driving, I was talking with one of the guys who was rushing the fraternity, and we started talking, and he was mentioning how he was a soccer player, and I'm like, oh, so then do you follow the Premier League? And he responds, yeah, but I follow a team. It's a smaller team. I'm like, oh, well, who do you support? He goes, West Ham United. I'm like, no way. And so from then on, him and I have talked West Ham off and on. He was actually I actually have texts from him during the Villa match. He texted me out of the blue. He goes, Lingard.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yep. I have yet to be stopped.
Yeah, we've stayed. I've connected with people through West Ham. I've gotten to know or strike up friendships because of West Ham, stuff like that. So the people are what are my favorite thing about the club.
And what do you hate about the club?
The ups and downs.
Yeah.
Like for me, coming in the 2015-2016 season. Oh yeah, Jimmy. Pleasure to meet you. Yeah, it's exactly the same with me, Jimmy. But yeah, so coming into the club, becoming a fan, I went from such a high, not realizing that was not a traditional West Ham thing, to immediate relegation battle. And I was like, what is this? I didn't understand exactly. The longer I've been a fan, the more I can understand it. And now I've kind of sensed and I know the passions behind it. So when they're doing poorly, I know why everyone's upset, and I can join in on that kind of conversation. So I do hate the ups and downs. I think but at the same time, I think if I were, say, a City fan where they're always at the top, I think that would almost get boring.
Yeah. I agree with you. I give you so much credit for learning everything. I started playing at 3 years old, basically, at the local YMCA all the way through college.
Me though too. I played until 4th grade.
There's a lot to learn.
Yeah, the last straw that Tebow, you're a hammer. It's me putting your hammer.
Yay!
But the last kind of straw for me, I was always a golfer and a baseball player first. So soccer was just not my forte. I was never quick. I was never anything like that. So the last kind of straw for me, funny enough, I was playing in goal, and this one kid kept going past the ref's whistle, and the ref just kept blowing and blowing and blowing, and the kid wouldn't stop. And I was saying to myself, I'm not letting him score. And he shot it, and it just went straight in my face. But thank you for the Excel sheet checkers. Do you know about that?
No.
So during the summer transfer window, this past window, I kept track of every single link of West Ham. Every single player West Ham was linked to. just to see, because we always talk about how many players we end up getting linked to. Like we're linked with everyone and their mother, basically. So I'm like, I'm going to put that to the test. I'm going to see. I'm going to see how many players we end up getting rumored with, and I can proudly say, let's see here, we were linked with 141 players.
Wow. That's crazy. And
Yeah,
an adult night show.
Yeah.
Actresses. Crazy. I know. The weirdest connections.
Yeah.
All right. So, favorite team you love to beat? I mean, you said Aston Villa before, but all-time favorite.
I can't say Millwall just because I've not been a fan, so I don't know that animosity. Like, obviously, I've seen through through Green Street Hooligans, and I know about the legendary kind of rivalry between the two, but I've never been a part of it. So I'd have to say either Villa or Tottenham. Sure, that would be a good bookie. Funny enough, my friends say the complete opposite. I'm a terrible sports bettor. Robert, the way that it was done was any player anywhere in the world linked with West Ham. And I have it broken down to basically everything. I'll give you the breakdown. So that way, do you mind if I share my screen real quick, actually?
Oh, go for it.
Right, so you can see it.
All about.
Here, hold on. So for any of you who haven't seen it, this is what I worked on for quite some time. Here. So this was the list, the master list. The yellows were loan or free links. Obviously, we have Vladimir Sufal. The blue link was the only one we brought in. This was all the players that we were linked out, that were linked with an exit. And obviously, the red are the contenders. And then the breakdown, 3 goalkeepers, 70 defenders, 34 midfielders, 20 forwards, 15 strikers, almost entirely permanent moves. If we were to have bought every player linked with a specific figure, it would have been £815.7 million plus an additional 228 million euros with 77 unknown links, and the vast majority were from the Premier League or Calcio A or other leagues not in Europe, or not the major ones in Europe, at least, because we had 3 overseas links as well. So that was my how many Czech players? I believe it was around 3 or 4.
Wow. They've been doing great for us. Wish there was more.
I think that there will be more to come because of the success.
I just have to say, Ray does his PowerPoints. Listen, I did a PowerPoint. We got a spreadsheet coming from Chris. We got music. We're talking about food. Your favorite AHTV show right here, besides Chris and Tommy's after show. Yeah, exactly. Come on, guys. Give me a like. Give me a thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If you had a time machine to go back into any point in time, West Ham game, time, place, see a specific player, when would it be? Where would you be? What would you be doing?
That's a tough one. Again, it's because I'm such a relative new fan. Like, I don't even know about the legendary successes of years past. I get dizzy with the transfer. Yeah, appreciate it. Tommy says that he doesn't pay attention to him at all just for that very reason, that there's so many. So, but for the time machine, like, I don't know the legendary successes of the 80s or in the 90s, so I can't pinpoint an exact time. I would say, though, I would like to go back and see Bobby Moore. I would like to see him go back in time and see him play, both for England winning the World Cup and for West Ham. So I think I have to go back in time sometime in the 60s just to be able to experience that.
For me, it's like seeing Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's a good, yeah, because even for me, Michael Jordan is technically before my time. I was born in 97.
Okay, so I was fortunate enough to see Michael Jordan. So that's what Bobby Moore is to me.
Get out of here. We'll get out of here.
Yeah.
No. The Roethlisberger fumble. He knows how big it is. Get out of here. Yeah, that's Robert to experience the 60s. Yeah, Fo always pokes fun of me of being a Steelers fan. So
hey, I love Frank Sinatra.
Yeah,
I could have fit right back in there.
But yeah, so fun fact about me, like I said, I was born in 1997. I was actually originally, my parents were thinking of naming me Michael, and the biggest reason that they didn't was because it was the time of Michael Jordan, so the name was well too popular.
Ah, all right.
Only I wish. If it did, I wish.
I wish too. It'd be amazing. Housing prices around here, Wally, are just out of control. All right. This is a hard question. Pizza or tacos? And yes, Charlie, love Frank Sinatra.
Real quick, Rob, what do you mean, yikes? My dad is originally from Pittsburgh. I ain't no bandwagoner like everyone always thinks. My entire dad's side of the family was from Pittsburgh. I'm the first generation Hryztik not to be born in and live in Pittsburgh. So
have you been?
I've been to a couple games. I've never lived in Pittsburgh, but
love Pittsburgh.
Yeah, my grandpa actually was the season ticket holder for the Steelers before the legendary Steel Curtain, but when they were the laughing stock. But it's funny enough you say pizza or tacos. I actually literally had pizza tonight, so I'd say pizza.
Any toppings? Just plain?
For me, for the longest time it was just pepperoni. Anymore it's pepperoni, bacon, green pepper, and onion.
Have you ever had tomato pie?
Is that like Chicago deep dish?
No, it's actually here in Philadelphia. It's just
not.
And it's served cold with tomato sauce on it. And I just wasn't sure how far out that goes. So I guess not.
Well, one of my fraternity brothers, we always called him the weirdest dude for this. His pizza order would be, if you fold pizza in half, does it turn into a taco?
Yes. Of course.
But he would order Domino's and he would get a pizza with just the breading and the sauce. That's it. No cheese, no nothing.
How do you order pizza? Is it oil?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why or how.
All right. Jimmy knows about tomato pie.
But
everybody thinks it's great. Everybody here thinks tomato pie is great. It's definitely weird.
Yeah, I've never tried it. It sounds like pepperoni roll up here.
Yeah, kind of. But pepperoni roll is like.
Well, no. I mean like a regional thing.
Okay.
Because I think I've heard of tomato pie. I've never had it before.
Gotcha. All right. So you can answer this for Columbus, Erie, Pittsburgh, wherever you want. What is the best thing to eat in your town?
Oh.
And Fo, I'm finally putting them on. It's getting late. I'm getting blind. Lois Lane now.
So I'm gonna go with two places, and they're two different cities. In my hometown of Marysville, Ohio, the best thing that we have is either a place called Leon's, which is like brisket, wings, burgers, all of their food's good, or Mexican restaurant there called Fiesta Grande, local Mexican restaurant, and it's just we go to it about one. It seems like we go there about once a week. It's that good. But the other place I'll give is in Athens, Ohio, where I went to college at Ohio University. There is a place called Deepido, and they sort of like late night calzones and everything like that.
Oh, yes.
Athens, if people don't know about OU is one of the top 40 schools in the country. So Deepido is one of the greatest drunk foods you can ever have. Like you can't really see it, but
Deepido.
That right there, that poster. Behind me is for anyone who's ever wondered, is like a mural to OU. So my fraternity, I'm a founding father of my fraternity, and my senior year we chartered. So this up here is the a certificate saying that we chartered, and that is the placard for the day. Over here is two composites.
I see, yeah.
That is my junior year. That's my senior year. And then this is a famous poster like a local famous poster from Athens, where it encompasses all of the pubs, bars, and everything like that in the city. Because on one block, like on one road within a mile, there are 18 bars.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and a senior tradition before you graduate is to do a shuffle and hit all of them. So one night on our shuffle, 23 drinks.
You can barely make it out of one.
Yeah. Well, you only do one drink per bar, and for me, I ended up having 23 drinks that night.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not my best night. Let's just say that.
So where do you think we'll fall this year? What are you predicting?
I was texting my buddy from OU, the West Ham fan. I think that there is a legitimate chance of us finishing top 6. Given that a lot of our games in hand are against clubs around us or higher. So we could, if we nick points from those, we will climb. So I think that there is a legitimate chance of finishing top 6. Now, obviously, I would love to see, obviously one day I'd love to see West Ham win the Premier League. It's not this year. We're not going to win the league this year. Realistically, I think 4th through 6th is a tremendous possibility. There's a polling group, 538, and they do like a odds-on for making Champions League and stuff like that. Let me actually pull that Premier League predictions. Should have had that up earlier. And I don't know like the statistics about how they determine it and everything, but
Charlie boy, that's funny.
Am I still here? All right.
No, you were cutting out.
Can you hear me? Oh, sorry. Yeah, my Wi-Fi does that occasionally where it cycles. But it gives us, I believe, about a 15% chance of making Champions League at the moment.
That'd be pretty great.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here. So they give, obviously, City 99% chance, United 87, Liverpool 81, Leicester 44% chance, Chelsea, I don't know how they're giving them a 40% chance, but they are. West Ham 15%, Tottenham 12%.
Wow.
And they do like a percent chance to win each matchup. and they're giving us a 44% chance, which is the biggest, which is the most likelihood to beat next time around. So in a few weeks. So feeling good about that one.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I would like at least 4th or 5th. That's where I think we'll land. And I'd be excited for that because there's no way I want to be fighting relegation like last year.
Oh, I think we're well and truly past that.
Yeah,
Because
I think so too. Wiz has done a really good job of building this team.
Someone on Twitter had actually mentioned this, that if you take the current 3 relegation candidates, you added their points up together, we still have 1 more point than them. So, I mean, we're flying at the moment. And they always say 40 points is the mark to survive relegation, which if that's the case, we're there already.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we just need to continue to make that gap between us and the mid to lower table.
Yeah, but I would like, though, a kind of mentality, though, not of, we're playing for our lives, but playing is about to get relegated because we're going to give it our all constantly. If we do that, which it seems like we're built to do right now, then our fate is well and truly in our hands and not up to anyone else.
Yeah, true. All right. Well, that's all the questions I have for tonight. So, Chris, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And guys, thank you so much for jumping in the chat room. It was wonderful to see everyone. I still have open spots for Hometown Hammer. So if anyone wants to jump on, shoot me a message on Twitter or Instagram, Miss West Ham Philly. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Right above the chat box, there's a little like button that you can hit. Just remember, every like is a West Ham win, and we always need a good win. So thank you again, Chris. My dogs are behind me bugging me to death, so I think it's time to let them out for a walk. But everyone, I will see you soon, hopefully next Thursday. And Chris and Tommy, they will be on the next post-match, so make sure you tune in for them.
Actually, I will say I will not be. I'm actually visiting a friend in Cleveland. Let me pull up the West Ham schedule because the one after that is, I believe, United.
So I might be filling in for Chris, but the next game, Chris and Tommy will be on. All right, Chris, it looks like you might have froze. Thanks, Tebow. It's so good to see you.
Oh.
Thanks, guys. All
right,
everyone, with a come on, you Irons. Have a good night, guys.